Hey guys, there's a story in John chapter 11 about a man named Lazarus. And Lazarus was a friend of Jesus, and his sister Mary and his sister Martha were also friends of Jesus. And they called on Jesus during his earthly ministry, and they said, hey, our brother is sick and he's dying. And so Jesus knew that Lazarus would die. And he even continues to tell his disciples, this is going to happen and he's going to die, but it's going to be basically for the glory of God. And so as Jesus heads that way and heads towards Lazarus, Lazarus did die. And he was in the tomb and he had been dead for several days. And he meets up on the road with his friends, Mary and Martha, who are the sisters of Lazarus, and they are grieving. And they said, Lord, Mary tells Jesus, she says, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But here's the thing, Jesus, I know that even now you can have whatever you ask. And so Jesus tells Mary, he says, Lazarus will live. And Mary says, well, I know that he'll live at the resurrection. I know that at the resurrection that Lazarus will be alive. Basically, she was saying, I know heaven. In heaven, everything's going to be okay. I know that whenever you rise, I know that he'll rise. And then Jesus said to her something that was so incredibly powerful. He says, you don't have to wait until the resurrection. You don't have to wait, because today I am the resurrection and the life. Wow, that really struck me. This morning, Jesus was telling Mary, I'm going to raise your brother from the dead today. Today, he will walk out of that tomb. Today, the thing that was dead will live. And that just really blew me away. And here's where it really struck me. I started to think about all the ways that we as believers have issues and struggles in our life. Maybe things that have died, dreams or hopes or whatever it is that may have died in our lives. And many times we lose the hope for today here on earth, and we start looking towards heaven. I know one day, heaven, I'll be okay. I know one day in heaven I'll be healed. I know one day in heaven everything will come together and it will be okay. But I believe with all of my heart that today Jesus is saying the same thing to you and the same thing to me that he said to Martha those many years ago. You don't have to wait for your healing. You don't have to wait to be whole. You don't have to wait to be put back together. You don't have to wait for heaven to be whole, because today I am the resurrection and the life. Today I am the healer. Today I am the answer to that brokenness, the answer to the pain, the answer to the confusion, the answer to the missing pieces. Today I am eternal life. Why don't you take a second today and invite Jesus there? Let's just take a second today and invite him into those broken places, those things that maybe we thought they just weren't able to be fixed on this side of heaven. But I say to you today he is the resurrection and the life.